Hello everybody, good morning. It's another launch day here as well in F1 2023. We are about to launch the Alfa Romeo, the new F1 team stake been added to the name as well. We're going to have it alongside us here in the comm box as well, if I can find out where we've got it. Sky F1, we've got the stream on as well, and it's being relayed around, so we've got it open as well. In fact, here it is. Alongside us, the new launch, a brand new car, brand new as well situation for Alfa Romeo. And so far looks okay. Oh, it's Tom Clarkson. It looks like a host show at the moment, doesn't it? That sounds quite fantastic.
It's fantastic for the home wherever you are in the world, if you're watching at home via the live stream.
Yeah, the most important thing here as well is that it looks like it looks like the Jeremy Kyle show actually. So maybe Tom Clarkson wasn't the best host of that because he does look a bit like it. But I think we're on here for the next hour. I'm not too sure how long the launch is rumoured to last, but hopefully it won't be too dull. Williams yesterday got straight to the point as well. There's Andreas Seidel there as well, who's joined the team from McLaren. Brand new sort of team principal as Alfa Romeo, of course, a division of Sauber. And with that as well, they go sort of waiting in the wings because in 2026, Alfa Romeo returned to Sauber's name and then returned to Audi as well. Audi have put in a 20% stake in, if you pardon the pun of the team name, in Sauber, so they now take a majority hold as well. So it's going to be fantastic. Are we going to see it already?
And before we meet the drivers, I'd like to welcome two members of the management here at the Alfa Romeo F1 team stake. First of all, I'd like to welcome Managing Director of the Sauber Group and F1 team representative, Alessandro Aluni-Bravi, and Technical Director, Jan Monchot. Gentlemen?
Yes, Alexandra as well is going to be the representative to the team this year. In lieu of a permanent team principal. Andreas Seidel's gone there, but he is waiting to become the team principal when Audi come in as well. He's still in a sort of gardening leave with McLaren. There's no long period of it, so this should be interesting as well. First words, though, from Andreas. Let's hear.
Well, that's a welcome. That's a bit of a rock star welcome for both of you. Now, Alessandro, can I start with you? New role, team representative. Tell us a little bit about it, and do you get that kind of welcome everywhere you go?
Probably now, yeah.
For sure, it's first time for me in this role. I want to thank you first, our group CEO, Andreas Seidel, our shareholders. It's a very important day for us, the launch of the C43, and for me to be the team representative makes me feeling very privileged and honored to represent Sauber and Alfa Romeo F1 team stake, all our employees, all the people that has been working on this project.
Now, we'll hear a little bit more about the car from Jan in just a minute, but it's been a busy winter, Alessandro, for the team commercially. Can you just tell us a little bit about some of the new partnerships we have?
Of course, each winter we work hard, to bring to the team new resources, new partners that can help us also to, I would say, change our style, our approach to be more fresh, more innovative. And this year we are really proud to welcome on board new partners, starting from our co-title partner Stake. So the team will be named Alfa Romeo F1 Team Stake.
We knew that.
We have a lot of partners that will create
Audi
huge activations around our brand, our team. And our vision is to get closer to the fan. With all the partners, we want to really activate, to bring our team closer, to expand our audience. And we will start from today with this first official launch with all our members of the Sauber fan club. And this is the mood we want to have. Get on board, get closer, become part of our family, as a partner, as a fan.
Yeah. Welcome to the family.
Interesting, that one there.
You guys as well. Now, so much expectation and excitement surrounds the launch.
I don't think we're going to see too different of a livery here. Look at the colours in the background. Still the red and still the white.
We don't want to fix targets. It's always difficult ahead of the season to know where we stand, where our competitors will stand. What we want to do, clearly, is to continue our growth. We want to address all the weaknesses and to work to improve our team in all areas. So we don't speak about single targets, but we want to, of course, to
A
continue
podium's
our
got to be one of them.
operations
Has to be.
and to have a better
Has to be a
overall
podium this year.
performance throughout all the season, be more consistent. This is the target.
Okay.
That was a big
Thank you
problem
for that,
last year
Dan.
with
Coming
consistency
to you
between
now. Tell us a
Bottas
little bit
and
more
Zhou.
about the C43 project. When did it start? And what goals did you set for your design team?
After winter testing, I presume.
So the project
Last year?
started a couple of weeks after last year's rollout, effectively, where we started drafting the strategy for 2023.
I was going to say, the car
And,
design would be
relatively clear
midway
for
last
us.
year.
We identified areas where we saw there was still potential for us to unleash, potential we wouldn't be able to unleash in the 22 season. And therefore, as you will soon see, we concentrated mainly on the rear part of the car.
So new ground effect
where,
floor design, probably.
We just wanted to be brave enough to do the next step in terms of pure development on the rear end, which opened the door to a lot of other.
Hello, is that the
solutions
car in the
we
background?
implemented
Is
last
that the
year.
car?
And then
Brilliant
throughout the
new
course of the
livery, if
season,
that is the
it
car.
also became relatively
Fantastic.
clear that
And a bit of an
we,
underwhelming
had,
launch.
Reliability issues, which then became order one. So there's also a lot of things we changed. On
There-
the car,
so
but also
if-
internally in
If
terms
that's
of
the livery
processes
and
to,
that's the
to
car,
address,
that is a
that
shocking
topic,
launch.
because historically we were
New
always
things.
very strong with
So it's
reliability.
black and red. They
Last
do have a
year,
change,
somehow
our
we
first
lost
big
a
change of
bit,
the year.
What used to be one of our biggest strengths. So it's clearly, as also Alessandro said, is one of the focus or one of the area of major focus for us this last winter.
Yeah, and there have been a few
Just them to
regulatory
leak their own
tweaks
livery
over
before the
winter.
launch.
How much of a headache have they been?
I mean,
That's the launch,
we like
really?
change, so it's always a new opportunity when rules are changing. We were slightly irritated by the timing because it was decided very late, and usually late changes are favoring bigger outfits, but the changes are mainly on the floor side.
Yeah,
whereas the
there.
FIA,
Look at the floor
decided
design at the
to
back. It's
lift
got loads of little
the
livery,
edges by
loads of
15
little slits in
millimeter.
it as well.
doesn't
That's
sound
brand
a lot,
new.
15 millimeter, but that was enough to keep us scratching our head and having to redo all the floor and rear end of the car alongside those new rules. And yeah, so far I'm pretty happy about the progress we did.
And do you expect the field to close up this year? Alessandro has already spoken
Slightly.
about
Bit like
needing
2010.
progress from the team this year. If we do that, do you think we can progress up from sixth place in the
That is the
Constructors'
new car.
Championship?
It's just, I've just received text, it's the new car.
I'm expecting, I'm under the assumption that the field will, at least the midfield, will be more close together because of the rules that are in place limiting the amount of tests you can do depending where you were. So those that ended up behind us could do more, which means, strictly speaking, they should be able to find also more performance. So somehow I'm hoping or thinking the midfield will be more compressed. But this is speculation. I mean, some outfits, hopefully but some outfits might have done a brilliant job during the winter and might have been able to do a bigger step than the
admit,
rest of the
they've made big errors here.
of the field. But as of today, and then we can have a chat after Giro1 Race 1, I would hope, also for the fans, that there will be a fierce battle for the midfield, for the top of the midfield among almost 6-7 teams. So I think it's going to be a season where the amount of grey hair will increase. He might look.
Imagine that, ladies and gentlemen. 6 or 7 teams all fighting over the same bit of asphalt. Let's hope.
I don't think my voice could take that as well. Hello, morning Josh, morning Mr. Clean as well, who says, no doubt, very weird to reveal the car. Alfa Romeo Valtteri started so strong last year, it was awesome. To bat. And then to bad, yeah, they couldn't maintain their performance throughout the year. No, they couldn't. They didn't have any development last year. They lost a lot. That's why there's so many changes on this year's car that, frankly, look a bit weird. Surprised that they've shown the livery of the car and the car itself in background images.
Additional, level of
It's on the livery now.
being mean.
Black and red, it was great.
Pretty sexy.
I agree with that.
But,
It looks the
again,
best of the
will it be
bunch so
quick
far.
enough? This we will see start of the season. Our hopes are high that we can continue where we ended up the season and fight for those high position in the midfield. But we need to be a bit patient. First, we have homework to do during the winter test to also prepare the first race. So we go step by step. This end of this week, we go to Barcelona. Then we'll go to Bahrain to do testing, and we have my team.
Shakedown in Barcelona, not like last year though. It's just a filming day
for
the
the
team.
We will go racing, and we will see.
Well,
Like
busy
Mercedes have theirs
times
at
ahead.
Silverstone.
I think the wait is over.
Tom, we've
Ladies
already
and
seen
gentlemen,
it.
Let's find out just
Okay,
how
let's have a
beautiful
look.
The C43 is, and for this bit of the launch, I'm going to hand over to Lawrence Barretto. Lawrence, over to you.
Lawrence Barretto.
Thank you very much, Tom.
We've
Well,
already
I'm here in the events area.
There's lads we brought us with a Nigel
I'm
Mansell
joined by
moustache and
Valtteri
Joe
and
Guan Yu there
the
as well.
unveiling
The problem
of the
is, we know what the car looks
Alfa
like. We've just
Romeo
seen the
Formula
background
One team
images.
stakes.
There is zero doubt of what this
Guys,
new
we're gonna
car
pull the
looks
covers
like.
off
So
very,
why are we
very
pulling the
shortly,
covers off?
but before
At least
we
we get
do
to see
that-
this one in the flesh. Maybe earlier on it was just a
Firstly, have you seen
mock-up
the car?
from a TV design point to
Not,
point. But
real
this
life.
is let's have for the drivers.
Some graphics looks pretty special. But,
Black
yeah, in
overall, so it is
general,
black
it's a
and
different
red.
Color compared to last year, but I really liked it.
And what about you, Valtteri?
Yeah, same for me. I haven't seen it in real life, so actually really curious how it looks.
Now, as drivers,
Valtteri has a
what is the
mullet as well.
most
Bit similar to what I've
important
got going on with that
thing
haircut this
about the new
off-season.
car?
For me, initially, obviously, what is interesting is to see the delivery in detail live, because in
Valtteri
pictures
does
it's
look
never
like Nigel
quite the same.
Mansell.
But then obviously you go more into the details. You look what is different from previous year, on the front end of the car, in the middle, at the back, cooling vents, new air bits, all these kind of things you start to search for.
And what about you, Jay?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, pretty similar. Normally the car livery is the last thing we get to see before we actually to have it. But before that, we have plenty of sim work going on. Also
Yeah, they get
see
to
the
use it, of
difference
course,
on
in
the
the
changes compared to the
race
previous
sim.
car. So it's always very exciting to see. Bring new parts, new stuff, new upgrades, see how it goes on track. But yeah, livery, you always want to look racy, and that's I guess the first box ticked. So yeah,
We've
that's
seen
how
it.
is.
We've seen it.
Great
It's
stuff.
just
Well,
been
I'm
put
gonna make
online.
You guys, all the rest of the
We'll have a
world
look at those
waiting
photos
on.
after.
Let me just
Let's take a
grab that
look.
microphone off you, and if you want to take your positions at the front of the car.
Okay, so the car's been launched online in a nice little video. We'll show that to you after. But here we are. Let's take a look then. The brand new Alfa Romeo. This is actually the same livery, the thing that just got put on. The C43 for Alfa Romeo Team Stake. Okay, so they're putting the car together. This is all the development stage from wind tunnel, microchips as well, hybrid technology, new chip as well. There's another control board there. So it is black. That's a weight-saving livery. Look at that. It's not even black paint. It's a carbon colour. So they've literally just left the carbon. So that's a weight. So it's really just red. It's really just red. They've got a weight-saving livery like mad. There's the lucky four-leaf clover. Yeah, so look. The black is just carbon. It is just carbon. The red is the only thing painted there. And it's not a matte colour like on the Williams yesterday that they changed to for the first time. So that black, it looks stunning. Stunning livery. First big change of the season that we've got, apart from the Haas. But yeah, the Haas was on last year's car. We don't know what this year's car's going to look like. That's our first pure 2023 car. I'm looking at the rollover hoop. That's the new squared off livery that they've got to have this year. Valtteri's smiling a little bit too much. That looks okay.
Is something
Look at that.
else. Well, you guys, I'll leave you to inspect this car. It's going to be your office for the next 23 races. And Tom, well, I'll send these guys back to your way shortly for the rest of the official launch.
It does feel like the Jeremy Kyle show, to be fair. I wonder if it's even the same set. I don't even know whether it's being filmed, to be fair. Well done, well done. What a car, what a car. They're applauding too much. Oh, look, an onboard shot. That's brilliant.
Jan, you are absolutely right. That car is beautiful, it's sexy. I'm running out of adjectives. But
It's 9
it
a.m. in the
really
morning, guys. Don't go
is
too far.
something else. Quick congratulations to the guys and girls at Centro Stile for their creativity in helping come up with that design. But look, now that we've seen the car, Jan, just a little bit more flesh on the bone, if we could, about some of its standout features. You mentioned earlier about focusing on the rear of the car. Is there anything more you can tell us about it?
Yeah, in effect, as I mentioned before, we decided to change the rear axis, so we're doing the rear suspension and also therefore the gearbox casing, which then opens the door to new layouts, especially on the cooler side.
Watch for that in
which
testing if they have
themselves,
gearbox
once in place,
issues.
allowed us to develop the bodywork as we've been doing, which last year during the season was not possible. And the concept we had followed last year, we were of the opinion had come to a sort of plateau, and to unleash the next level of performance, we had to do all those changes. So that's been quite a journey for us, because it's a big complex part we had to redo. And then evidently how all the rear end works with the floor alongside the new race. So we've really been putting a lot of effort on the second part of the car, while the front will be successively developed during the season.
Now, one of the subplots of last season was porpoising or bouncing. Do you expect there to be a recurrence of
No,
that
not
in
this year.
2023?
Slightly, but not as much as what we saw.
I hope not, because it's we have only 3 days of winter testing, and if we were caught in a similar situation than last year, then it would be a nightmare.
Getting good at it.
Because if we spend a day and a half in the garage trying to fix a car, like happened last year during the first test in Barcelona, then the start of the season.
Yeah, they had a
would
really
be
bad start, Alfa Romeo.
at jeopardy.
Bottas nearly got it laps on day one.
The hopes are quite high from what the FIA said, and all the metrics, all the methods we've developed in-house, that the topic will be delayed, because you can't really get rid fully of the phenomenon. You can just postpone, delay the moment it gets triggered, and I hope with the changes of the rules and the work we've been doing, also developing the new floor, that
floor does look
delayed
menacing.
up to
Really
a point
does.
where we
Can't wait to have a look at it in a minute.
Never get there and never have the porpoising now. The very fact that, as I said, it probably means we will have some porpoising. I just hope it will be another team and not us.
I'm sure
Oh,
we
he's
won't.
throwing
You
shade, isn't he?
mentioned the shakedown at the end of the week. Then we have 3 days of testing in
Bahrain,
So the
Tom,
shakedown is in
Bahrain.
Barcelona, the testing is in Bahrain.
I want to
Just
confirm
how
that. That's
important
shakedown
is
just
it
for the Alfa Romeo
car
team.
and
The
team
official
to
test,
have
and the only
smooth
test this year
build
is in Bahrain.
to race one?
Smooth doesn't mean slow. Huh? That's for my
Oh,
guys at
lovely
home.
new
It will
rear
have to be
diffuser.
a quick ramp up.
That must be a
These
bit
tests are
fake, though.
fundamental. You know, the car is being developed basically virtually on computers, in simulation, and in the wind tunnel.
Glenn Freeman's
And,
there on one of that.
The shakedown is the first big milestone to ensure the cooling layout, all the hydraulic pipes, all the electronic, and believe me, it's an absolutely nightmare. And the guys at home have been doing a brilliant job. It's working, because if the electronic, you know that from your own car, if it doesn't work, the car doesn't ride. Huh? So it's really the first milestone to tick and start getting a feel from the measurement we can do on track if they are in line with our expectation. And then when we go to Bahrain a couple of days later, it will be better for suntan, because the weather will be definitely better than in Barcelona, and it's about really
You can only do
getting
100
an understanding
kilometers
of the
there in
tyres to
Barcelona,
new
not a
tyres,
lot.
because Pirelli is bringing new tires and preparing the season. So a mix of short runs to prepare, simulate qualifications, but also long runs to effectively get an understanding how these
gonna
new
be so
tires will
busy in
behave
Bahrain.
on longer stints. And hopefully having absolutely zero problems of
New steering wheel.
reliability, so that as soon the light turns green, we are out, and we are in when it turns red again, because we need to put mileage. We need to really be maximizing the mileage, because mileage is the best way to ensure you have availability.
Well, lots of hard work, lots of laps ahead. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have seen the
Yes,
new
we have, Tom.
C43. We've heard about some of the technical aspects of it. There's 3 people we've yet to meet, and I think now is the time to meet the
principals.
people who are
Surely.
going to be driving this C43. Let's meet
Their
our
driver.
heroes.
Is it going to be... Oh! Now, we haven't got an official third driver just yet, so I'm trying to... Is that Callum Ilott? No, it's Theo Porcher. Ah, okay. Well, we knew that Robert Kubica has left the team as his sponsor joined His sponsor joined AlphaTauri, so it's the airport chair. Whoa, didn't expect that.
Our heroes indeed.
Don't say heroes, Tom.
So, they need very little introduction from me, but the man in the middle is clearly Valtteri Bottas, 10-time Grand Prix winner. On the right,
I thought it was Nigel Mansell.
Joe Guanyu, and who can remember Joe's amazing debut in Bahrain?
Oh, fantastic in Bahrain.
And closest to me, Teo Pourchaire, our reserve driver and vice champion in Formula 2 last year. Guys, it's great to have you with us. Can I ask you to come to the table?
Well done. Well done. Round of applause. I mean, it is 9 a.m. here. I know it's 1 a.m. over there for Mr. Clinton as well. In the UK, it's 9:20. So this is good morning television. It's Jeremy Carl.
Formula One of you to have got here so quickly from the factory. Now, Valtteri, it's good to see that you're still looking like an Aussie rules footballer. You've still got the haircut going on, the tash. It looks like you've had a good break.
Definitely, yeah, had a good break, which is important because now as we start getting to the season, then we go pretty much full gas until the end of
Look
the
at
year.
that official
So,
driver for Valtteri
mental
Bottas is his
reset,
tag.
And physical reset is important. So I'm
A couple
full
of new
energy and keen
sponsors.
to go.
Well, you've been in Formula One for a decade now. Just how
So
excited
Valtteri
do you get
and
at
Joe
the launch of a new car?
on the
We
legs.
always do. I get this question quite a lot, like, do you still get excited, but you always do. because
This
in
is
the
bad
end
for
we were
Valtteri. He
racers
hated
and,
the black
we were
racing
really
suits
fortunate
at
people
Mercedes. I'll
to
explain
be
why in a
able to
second.
get to drive this kind of machinery, which has been engineered for God knows how many days. So many hours have gone into it that it's a real privilege to first of all see the car and then especially drive it.
Yeah, and there's a question. How many hours have gone into the C43?
Oh,
If you ask my
Thousands.
wife, too many.
thousands,
If
surely.
you ask myself, probably not enough. We don't count, it's our passion, and we're living our
The
passion.
tax people
And
count.
therefore, when you do something with your heart and with your passion, you don't really necessarily
It is a
count the
weight-saving
hours. It's
livery.
a concept that most of us don't fully adhere to. So we've been working.
Looks like a Ferrari as well. We're going to struggle this year, I
And
reckon.
that's what matters. We really, I think, we've been, and that's the most important one. The team has been giving its best, and that's always very important to not be then once a car is rolling out like, oh, if I had been, oh no, I want no regrets. So, and that's how the team works. And
Oh,
I'm very happy.
no regrets. You know that tattoo, no regrets, whatever it is. That's going to be going round if this car does not work.
What can you achieve? I mean, last year it was a very
Podium.
solid start.
Has to get
What about
podium. Has to be a
2023?
podium.
What are your goals?
We need to achieve more. It's simple as that. We always need to aim for better, aim for higher. The whole team and myself included, we
Podium,
always need to keep
podium.
improving. That's what drives us. So we're expecting, like Alessandro mentioned, better consistency.
Points
more
every
points,
race.
better results.
Yeah.
But how to get there, that's
Podiums,
the tricky
3
bit,
races.
and that comes from all the details and working really, really hard together as a team.
Thank you, Valtteri. Joe, we'll come to you now. You've been back in Shanghai over the winter. Just how important was it for you to get home and
First time it's opened up in years.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that period we try to switch fully off because from my side, of course, with the 2 years having been back home, seeing family and friends, so that was a very nice time spending there
Very
over the
good.
holidays. And I really felt like more ready than ever because it was firstly great to catch up with all the people back home in China, and then coming back here, I feel like I was able to training harder, put in more effort in because I feel like I had a nice winter break, and now it's time to work. So yeah, it was a lovely time over the last 2 months.
Now,
He
like
does look
Valtteri,
refreshed,
it's
doesn't he,
Year
Joe?
2 at the team for you, but it's also year 2 in Formula One for you. Just how different is your approach coming into your sophomore year?
Yeah, I mean, all I can say was very clear was that right now, like last year, I was super nervous and very intense. Now I feel a bit more understanding with the team, with Formula One cars. So arriving, let's say, into the first test in Barcelona and then Bahrain test, I'll be feeling a
Mr.
bit
Clean,
more
you are
confident
correct.
and
There's
a
only
bit
one
more
minimum
knowing
weight last
what's
year,
coming.
but this year it's
And,
dropped another 2
on my
kilos.
side,
That's why
I
they've got
think
the weight
first
difference.
year, my rookie season with Alfa Romeo was being extremely honoured, and we achieved many highs and also some downs together. But let's say overall, I'm very
Should be faster.
satisfied with what we've done, and we need to just keep working hard, making a further step up, and I'm sure together we can, make it work.
Well, more points in Bahrain, eh?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think at least
Definitely, I
let's
think
try
they've got to.
let's score and finish where we started up last year and get some more.
He's
Now, the car is
confident.
going to be taken down in Barcelona at the end of the week. I think a lot of people in the room with us want to know who's driving the car first, and how do you decide who gets
Rock,
behind
paper,
the wheel
scissors.
first? Is it
Come
rock,
on.
paper, scissors?
I was going to say, is it rock, paper, scissors? It's got to be rock, paper,
Uh,
scissors.
I mean, it's the team has their own decisions about where to put the drivers in, and we normally split half days. We do half each.
Well, we've had to
And,
first, then
we
Joe
don't have the
second.
final confirmation yet, but at least we get drive equally time. But normally,
Yep, that's important.
it's nice to have both drivers doing both days, so you never know the weather condition changes or.
Looks clear at the end.
car.
Let's have a look at the
yeah,
weather, shall we, in
always do
Barcelona?
that also for all the testing, so keep it quite equal. But yeah.
Joe,
It's
there
currently
is
0
good news.
degrees
We had a look earlier,
in
didn't we, Valtteri? The weather
Grimsby,
in
where I
Barcelona
am,
is
and the
good
commentary box is
for
freezing.
the end of the week. But look, Teo, coming to you now, you're the team's reserve driver. Now, you're going to be racing in Formula 2 again this year, so you have got a busy season ahead.
Yeah, for sure. Very busy season ahead, but I'm very happy, to have this opportunity to be a reserve
Dry in
driver
Barcelona.
for Formula One team. For me, it's an amazing opportunity to grow as a driver, as a person. It's compared to Formula 2, it's a much bigger world, much more difficult. But I'm learning so much, and this year as well, third season in F2, gonna give my best for sure. And let's try to win it.
So, trying to win F2 and lots of sim work at the factory.
Josh says -1 here. Yeah, I don't even have a heater in the garage anymore because it broke.
How's your coffee making?
It's a night race this weekend.
No, for sure. No, I'm working there, and I'm living now next to the factory as well, which is good.
Oh,
for
wow.
me. Living in Switzerland, far from my family.
I wonder when he'll be in
sometimes
the
a bit
car
difficult,
then.
But it's a great experience, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready to make a sacrifice, to achieve my dreams. So it's good.
Now, Alessandro, obviously Formula One is a team sport, but what do you want to see from these guys? our
Points,
drivers
points,
this year?
consistency,
First
points.
of all, I want to say that drivers are a very important asset within any Formula One team. And we are really happy to have this drivers line up. Valtteri, we know, is a multiple race winner, has been instrumental last year to develop the team with this contribution. Guan Yu has an exceptional start of the season, but he's also developed himself during all the season. I think we have a strong driver lineup. We need, of course, each of us to deliver the very best performance for the team, but they are all complementing themselves very well. They work very well together, so the teamwork is one of our key messages. It is the spirit of our team, and they represent this team spirit in the very best way. Theo is a strong addition, he's young, he's talented, he's focused on this Formula 2 season, but of course for him will be very important to learn the team, to get known with the team. And I think
Friday
that,
drives.
we are
Both
really happy,
cars.
and we need just to start the engine and let's see.
Well, not long
I
to
thought it'd be
wait.
Callum
Ladies and
Island, to be
gentlemen, give
fair.
it up to our drivers.
Well done, well done, well done. That was a good one. Half an hour in length, very nice. Now,
Okay.
it's like a head teacher, Tom, isn't it?
It's enough questions from me, and we're now going to have some questions from the media who are assembled
Oh,
in the room
hello.
with us. Who has got our first question, please?
Now Tom's used to this because this is what we get in the press conference. Who's first?
Yeah, at the back, sir. Just wait. We'll get a microphone to you.
I can't see who it is. Is it Dieter Lincoln?
Hi, this is a question for Valtteri. Apart from
No.
racing, how many miles you put on your bike?
Well,
It
random
was actually a
question.
good off season for that. I spent most of my break in Australia, a bit of time in New Zealand, so obviously it is summertime there.
His
so,
girlfriend Tiffany Cromwell
kilometers, I think in December.
is a cyclist.
Just shy of
Olympic
2,000.
level. Likes the Olympic
But it was mainly on gravel and stuff, so not so easy kilometers. But yeah, it was a good time for that. So.
Valtteri, they say fitness is cumulative. So are
Tom,
you the
ask
fittest
him more
you've ever
questions.
been in your life?
I think always as a driver, you know, every year you learn something more about yourself. You learn what works to be fit in the car, but at the same time you learn about yourself, what is sometimes good for de-stressing, like what kind of activities, etc. So fitness-wise, from all the numbers, I'm at my peak, at least on the bike. But as the season gets closer, I've started to do more specific training for driving in the gym, etc. So yeah, from fitness side, I think I'm sorted.
Joey, are you
That's
good on
good.
the bike? Tell us a little bit about your training program over the winter.
Yeah, definitely not as good as him on the bike. As many of you might know, bike is probably not my favorite hobby, so to train at.
Yeah, but you did go to Australia. The weather's good down there.
Yeah, there's more indoor bike than outdoor like Valtteri.
Velodrome.
I does quite a bit more running instead of biking. And yeah, over let's say the last few months, of course, it's been enjoying my joint holidays, and then since mid-January has been back training to be ready for the season ahead. There's a lot of obviously enjoying
That's a
training
month off
for
then
the
for
upcoming
Christmas.
season. The busiest year ever, 23 races, and followed by next
Chinese
training,
New Year, of course,
because,
was a couple of weeks ago.
Remembering myself coming from February Series to Formula One, neck was definitely the first pain I felt when I was driving day after day. So that part, I think we're sorted after the whole year last year, but still have to keep it ready.
Okay, thank you guys. Do we have any more questions here in the room?
Why can't I be there? Honestly, I
In
would
which
have
case, we're going to join the media virtually. We have media joining
Oh,
us
okay.
from all around the world. Who
Andrew
has our
Benson will
first
be one
question,
of them,
please?
for sure, for BBC. Oh, I don't.
We have, I think, Ed Straw. Are you with us?
Ed Straw! Hello, Ed!
Yes, I'm here. A question for Jan, please. Could you explain in a bit more detail the main areas of change for the car this year compared to last year, particularly the reasoning for going in the direction you had with the rear of the car?
Yeah, oh, good question,
Are you
Ed.
confident
Do you
these
like Ed?
changes
He's
will
a good
improve rear
journalist.
stability in the faster corners, given that was a problem the driver struggled with a bit last year?
But Belgium, Alfa was struggling on that.
We've been just seeing also the evolution of those new the cars, the new regs last years, and had to acknowledge that there were a better solution how to manage the flow to the diffuser, so the flow going to the rear tires. But because of the decision we had made on an architectural point of view, we were stuck in a corner. So we effectively been doing the changes. You will, I'm sure, by looking at the pictures, you will notice on the rear axis, as I explained earlier, which then allowed us to have a different cooler arrangement. And this then opens the door to quite a change for us.
So I think it's
in terms
tighter
of,
in the
bodywork
packaging.
and how we handle the hot air coming from the radiators compared to last year's car. So
They've put it into the ground
it's not
effect.
a revolution. Similar solution were on the grid already last year's, but it's something we couldn't implement without a major change of the architecture, and it's also what we've been doing there.
They've put the
We
hot
also
air
think,
into the ground
and
effect
from what
situation.
we've
Oh,
seen,
that's clever.
See some of the weaknesses we had on an aero point of view, which was effectively, in a very simplistic way, high-speed performance has been also significantly improving, thanks to also the new potential we unleashed with this new bodywork and this new way of working the floor.
Testing's going to be
with the
fun.
tires. So
Want to see these times on the board.
the question. And reliability, the car hasn't run yet, so the reliability is perfect, and I just assume it will stay as this.
Reliability is perfect.
We've spent a lot of effort and working hours to improve our processes internally, mainly on the cooler side, where we had a weakness last year, at least in the first part of the season. And touch wood, I don't have any here, but I'm fairly confident we have left these issues behind us.
Jan, given the changes to the tyres, to the floor, etc.,
Harder
are you
tyres
expecting
this
lap
year.
times to be faster than last year?
I'm not going to tell you that, no.
Oh, yes, got to be. Come
The
on.
rule change, I think order of magnitude came, let's call it half a second lap time loss, which I think I would assume is more or less plus minus a tenth, the same everywhere. And I have no doubt that
Well, it's 2 kilograms lighter, so the
most
cars
of
are
the team
quicker.
will have recovered those losses. And it's a matter of how much more have you been able to put onto the car for the start of the season, but even more importantly for us, how much more you can put during the season, because we started very strong last year, and at some point struggled a bit more to also bring performance to the car. And it's going to be a 23 races season, and if there's one thing we also learned last year is that the season is not over until the last lap in Abu Dhabi, because it's the last lap where we finished P6 with half a second ahead of Vettel.
It was 2 seasons ago, let it go.
We had highs, we had downs, but we need to also, as a team, and this I think was very clear from all the reviews we've been doing, that we can't give up. Race 1 will be what it is. Maybe it will be very good. Maybe we'll be a bit disappointed. Yeah, okay, turn the page. There's still 22 races, and I have no doubt that these guys, but also the team at home, the 500 people or so, will be pushing very hard to then recover what needs to be recovered, if it is, or build an advantage if we would be at the higher part of the midfield.
Can we have more questions from the media now, please?
Thanks for your question, Ed. Let's go next to Christian, please. Christian Menat.
I was going to say Christian Horner.
Thank you. Another question for Jan, please. You said
Wonderful
the main
painting in the
focus over
background.
weekend, but I guess you did also quite a lot of work on the front wing over the winter. Last year, with budget cap, we saw a lot
of times it broke
during
last
the
year.
season going on the floor, because it is less expensive than to develop the front wing. How much emphasis did you put on the front wing during the winter break? And is it, I think one of the last big upgrades last year was the front wing you brought to the racetrack, and is it a further development of this version?
I hope so.
Yes, we developed quite late into the season last year and brought a front wing, which I think was in Suzuka, if I remember well.
Japan, yeah.
The front
Did them better.
end is more difficult in terms of development in the numerical world and in the wind tunnel. Let's say the return on investment is smaller. That doesn't mean there's no performance. As long as we are not first on the timing sheets, we have performance to grab everywhere. But since you've got limited amount of wind tunnel runs to test you are allowed to do, and you've got also limited resources, at some point you need to also make strategic calls. Where am I investing majority of my resources? And I am more in favor of doing one thing properly than starting 5 different dishes and then end up with solutions that are just marginally better. So the front end, don't worry, we've been working on, and there will be also significant changes being presented, at least at the start of the season. But it's generally speaking for us is an area where we struggle more to put performance because of the constraint also of the regulation than on the floor, which is offering a lot more freedom. So,
that floor, I think, is going to be quite a game changer. If they've done what I think they've done.
Last year,
interesting. I want to see the images in a few minutes.
A clear sign that people have been working harder or bringing more updates on the floors and on the front wing, and it's simply because it's more difficult to bring performance through the front wing with those rules. But there's still performance to grab, no doubt about that.
This is going to be such a great season.
Thank you for your question, Christian. Next up, Ian Parks, please. Ian.
Hi Tom, hi everyone. My question's for Alessandro. Alessandro, you've been designated as team representative. I wondered if you could outline your roles and responsibilities.
Talking to the media, running the team.
Principal. How much power of authority do you have as a team representative, and how much will you be drawing on the experience of Andreas to help you run the team initially? Thank you.
Good question. We want to know.
Of course, what we have decided together with Andreas is to change the organizational structure of the team in order to respond to the complexity of all the tasks that are each of one
He's there
team
for
is facing
Sauber.
now. There is no only one structure, that you can have for a Formula One team. And so we decided to split the functions between the different profiles on track and off track. I will be the team representative, meaning that I will work, together with Xavi Pujolar, our head of track engineering, together with Bert Zender, the sporting director, but I will have different functions from them. I will represent the team vis-à-vis of the FIA, of the Formula One, and of course with the media, with the sponsor. We will work as a team. I think this is important, and I think that this structure will help, to address the better way all the tasks that we have ahead of us. It's simply a different structure, and I think that all the teams are developing, all their, let's say, models in order to be more efficient. Efficient is the key word. It's not just a matter of, being efficient at the workshop, but we need to be efficient on track. We have internal processes that we have, of course, agreed all together, and I think, this will be the difference. Team principal is the name. What we have this function of a team principal that are split among different profiles. So myself, Bert Zender, that has huge experience with our team, and Xavi Pujolar on the technical side.
Oh, good technical side coming up as well. This could be a surprise.
Next,
France top.
Jean-Michel Denis, please. Jean-Michel.
Hello everyone. A question to Alessandro, please. Alessandro, does the fact that Alfa Romeo is ending its moment at
Oh,
F1 at the end of the
hello.
season
This is a good one.
change the dynamic of the season?
I want to know this.
Jean-Michel, c'est un plaisir de te voir.
Bonjour.
I'm happy to have this opportunity and speak about Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo will be with us for the 6th season, and it will be a very important season. We start in 2018 with Alfa Romeo. I was personally there, and Alfa Romeo has been instrumental for the growth of the team. Not only because we have been able together to attract partners, but also to be credible, to show what is our long vision as a Sauber. So this season is super important. We will do everything, to deliver the very best for Alfa Romeo, for our partners. We are delighted to bring the colors, the red color. This is the Alfa Romeo red color on the car. So it's not the last season. It's a season that we complete this journey together, and we want to finish on high.
Well said, Alessandro.
Their last
Thank you
year's
for your
involvement.
question, Jean-Michel. Let's go next to Shandor Messaros, please. Shandor.
Good morning,
Change it.
gentlemen. Hello to Andreas as well. My question is to Valtteri. Valtteri, this is your 2nd season in the team. You know the environment, the people, the engineers. Can you please elaborate a bit on your influence as a driver on the development of the car? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Good morning to you as well. It's definitely been interesting, like I've said multiple times. I think in this team, I feel like my role has been very different to what I've ever had, really, in Formula One. A bit more involvement, a bit more information going through me in a way. And obviously, the work started early last year together. I tried to give all my experience and technical knowledge I could from the past, and then that work continues, throughout the whole last year. Always, whether it's an issue with the car balance or whatever, we always feed it back the best we can. And when I'm at the factory, I like to get updates how things are going, and obviously if I ever have any ideas or questions, then I ask and we speak. So it's really open situation in the team, and
good lineup
to know always as much as I can about all the details with the new car. And I think it's fair to say, like, the setup direction we've gone, the development of the car.
I do think Alfa Romeo had the opportunity here to be really good with a half-hour launch into the media afterwards, but they haven't.
And we'll see with this new car. I think hopefully everything is in an even better place in those situations, and we keep working hard.
Joe, can I bring you in just on this topic? Tell us a little bit about your relationship with Valtteri, how you work together in developing the car. Yeah, is it completely open in terms of telemetry?
Exactly, it's been like that since the very beginning of 2022. Because let's say my first year joining Alfa Romeo team, I don't know Valtteri too well, so I need to take my time to understanding him, understanding the team as well, together the engineer crew, and it's fair to say that I really enjoyed the first season together, and it's been massive help from inside and out from the team and also from my teammate. Because
I think they were one of the
many you
strongest
might see
lineups last
the
year
clip
and
on
this
the
year.
radio in Sao Paulo that Valtteri was telling me some tips during the race. Even though I didn't get that message before I was but it was still, you just really see the team spirit inside and out, and that's really what makes us, try to holding off P6 in the Construct Championship. I think that was very important, and I learned so much of.
They were in a
these
battle with
experienced
Aston
people was
Martin.
giving me, and from my rookie season, it just every little details that just can improve my driving ability, driving skills. So yeah, I feel like I'm another step compared to where I was this time last year. So hopefully more to come during the season.
Do you share his passion for coffee?
I actually did.
You do share it? Okay.
Yeah, before last season, maybe I had like 2 coffee in the last 4
Oh dear.
5 years. Now, yeah.
To be fair, even I like the coffee now.
Especially in the race weekend.
Coffee.
Is it Valtteri's own coffee though?
I tried when we was in the motorhome, and he made some handmade coffee. It's quite delicious,
Espresso.
to be honest. And
Oh.
still not at his level of the amount of he drinks, but I have to say
Valtteri
coffee
Espresso
makes me
Bottas.
quite well awake and stay focused.
Valtteri is a
Valate
connoisseur.
Bottas.
Sorry.
Valate Bottas. There we go.
Question, that I was asked, I kind of missed it. I didn't answer it properly. So basically, if the car is quick, I basically designed it. But if it's not quick, then I have nothing to do with it. So.
In a nutshell, that's what's happening. Yeah, I'm sure you agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's go to our next question, please.
Oh,
Dieter.
Dieter Enkel.
Thank you, Tom. Hi, guys. A question for Jan, please. Jan, last year's
Can you
car
tell
was
us Dutch?
fundamentally a clean sheet design for obvious reasons, new regulations, etc.
Orange
Whereas
Boy
this year's
t-shirt.
car, as you've outlined, is more of a sort of evolution rather than revolution. What do you and your team prefer, starting from a clean sheet or eking away little improvements here and there?
Good morning, Dieter. I like the orange. Sorry, orange today. Always, yeah. Effectively, as a small team, we like the challenge of a blank sheet of paper, where I think we also showed last year in a limited amount of time, with limited resources, that we were capable of doing things that were not too bad. Which means it's what we prefer. Then for your blood pressure and for the stress level is not the nicest, because there's so much unknowns, and up until you see what your competitors have been doing, you're extremely nervous to potentially having gone the complete wrong way, as it can always happen. And the other drawback of the other alternative, which is just a continuous evolution, it comes also to at some point the experience of the team, the size of the team, the resources you have also play a role, and that's an area where we are a little bit less comfortable than some of the big teams around us. So if I could choose, I would
manufacturer,
like to
they should be quite
restarting
quick.
from
Even
scratch
Sauber.
regularly, but then also
With Audi
financially,
now.
and again for my blood pressure and for my few hairs, it's not good neither. So every 3-4 years is okay.
Thank you, Jan. Thank you for your question, Dieter. Let's go to Oleg next, please. Oleg Kopov.
Hi, my question is to Alessandro. Alessandro, can you elaborate a little bit more about the responsibilities you will have within the team? And in particular, is there anything new you will be doing next this season that you haven't done before? What are you most looking forward to? And what do you think you need still to learn and understand, and even given your experience in racing?
Good morning, Oleg. First of all, you have always to learn. I approach this with humility. There will be a new role for me in addition to my position as a managing director, so very new, I would say. and of course I don't have the experience, the competence of other,
It does
team
remind me of someone. I
principal or
can't
team
work it out though.
representative. So for me,
face.
it will be first day to start learning, but I have a strong support from a team, very, competent people, a strong group working around myself. I will be, coordinated and guided by our group CEO Andrea Seidel. We have Bert Zender on track. We have people like Chevy Pujolar that has huge experience. So I will be supporting them as they will be supporting me, and this makes me comfortable, although I know that I will be facing challenges, but as I said, I will be approaching this with humility. What will be new? Of course, as a team representative, I will be at the pit wall, and I will be also taking part in all the activities with the FIA and Formula One.
Basically, the
So
team
I will
principal.
be leaving, the race weekend, of course, together with the team. I will be there to support them. I will be there to support the driver. And then what I said some days ago for me is very important, is the target. What is the objective? The objective is to gain respect of all our people working together with me at the factory and on the track.
What's happening
This
with the
is a
camera?
personal objective.
There we
and
go. Back
I
up,
think
up, 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 up.
nothing
Bit more,
new.
bit
I'm
more,
one
bit
of
more.
the people working on track, not the most important one. The contribution of each people off and on track is key for the Formula One team as for any company. And I will try to give my best and to contribute a little to the success of this team.
Very
We will do
nice.
that. Looking forward to having you in the FIA press conferences as well, Alessandro.
Oh, so Tom's still
Look,
doing
the
them this year
clock
then?
is ticking here in Zurich, so we are running out of time, but we have time for one more virtual question. Andreas Hout, please, over to you.
One more virtual.
Thank you very much. And first of all, hello to everyone. I have a question for Jan. As you've matched the minimum weight already last year, did you build a new chassis for 2023, or is the C43 built on the old one? And if I may ask a short one for Joe as well, where do you have to improve most for the second season in Formula One?
Yeah, so is this car different? No Andrew Pencil.
Good morning.
Yeah, no Andrew
For
Pencil.
my side, I think as a team is quite clear. Is the first, let's say, the 100 meters. Beginning of the year, I was improving one lap pace to get the confidence to be absolutely pushing on the limit,
Qualifying
not making mistakes
and
quality,
starts.
and we was able to reach that throughout the season. Let's say summer break was a switching point to improve my quality pace, but then
Lights
let's say
out.
the start, we are
Yeah.
one of the teams
I know
that
what I'm on
couldn't
about.
get it most consistent out of it. So I think that's as a team we've been working super hard since the last winter. Hopefully, we will be making a further
People
step
do
up
ask me, do you
and,
know what
try
you're on
to be
about? Yes,
more
because I just said
consistent
that
on my
before he
side,
did.
Because there was a lot more, let's say, new tracks for me to learn over the 22 season. So this season, most of the track I drove there, so all this can really take into consideration, and I feel like this year we can definitely making a further step up. But we are, as a team, very clear with the weakness and also the strong point.
Joe, there is still one new track for you this year.
Las
we're going to
Vegas.
Las Vegas. What do you know of it? Have you had a go on the simulator yet?
Not yet. It's very luxury. I think every driver is very exciting to go there. And the quad tire also is the one I never drove before, so 2 tracks, a little bit less tasks, but yeah, I say the layout. But
No home
we're
race for him,
focusing
unfortunately,
really
with
on
China
Barcelona
being
in
cancelled.
preparation for sale a new car before we put it on track, but really looking forward to try all these new tracks because it's always exciting. You don't know if you're going to like it a lot or not, but it always gives extra entertainment trying the new things.
Just before we come to you, Jan, Valtteri, have you driven the sim of Las Vegas?
No,
No,
I haven't.
it's too
I don't
late
think
in the
any-
season.
Well, I hope no team have the scan yet of the track, so I think still waiting for it. But
looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it, definitely. It's going to be
a
good show
memorable
and
weekend.
good race and hopefully good track.
All right, Jan, sorry. So back to
So
you.
that question, yeah, on the chassis, if we really the chassis.
Oh, hello.
The chassis we changed in some areas, and I might be a bit mean, but I will just invite him to look at the pictures and try, like my kids are doing, try to find at least 7 differences between the chassis.
We're
from
doing
last
that
year and
next.
this year, and depending how many he can find, he will have the answer to his question himself. If we
It
need
looks
a
new.
new chassis, I'm not going to tell you absolutely everything today. So we can regroup in Bahrain if he's discuss the topic.
I want to
Is he
see.
up for the task? Find 7 differences. Excellent. Well, we'll revisit that one in Bahrain. Okay.
Note that down, Josh. Ready for Bahrain.
That is the end of the official launch. A huge thank you to everybody involved, to my panelists, to Valtteri, to Joe, to Taylor.
Not bad
to Jan,
launch,
to
that. That was quite fun. Quite
to
fun.
Lawrence in Hinville for the official launch, and to you at home, because of course without you, the fans, all of this is meaningless. And
Tom's taking my job.
quick note that you can have the C43 in your own homes via the augmented reality experience that the team has brought together with JigSpace. It's available now, so please do that. But that's it from us in
Can't get it
Zurich.
near, can we?
It's hard to believe that the first race is less than 4 weeks away. We'll see you then. Bye for now.
I need a studio. That's what I need. I need a studio in order to have a complete look at that car. Well done. That was a good launch, everyone. Well done. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Quite a lot of fun. Right, let's take a look at the car with some photos then. We're not just going to leave you and do nothing. We're going to take a look at the car as well. Here's that video once again. So, okay, let's take a look then. Let me just do some swappies over here, because the last thing we want is to have a double thing of the car. So I need to take off that HDMI, then I need to activate this, and then I need to go like that, and there we go. Right, let's take a look then at the car. New year, new identity, we knew that, but we want something more fun. We want something to look at, we want something different. So let's take a look. We're on my Twitter as well. There's the new car in the back at the top there. So, oh, here we go. Photo time. Okay, right, let's do some analysis. Okay, well, the front wing looks pretty much the same as what it did last year. There's a few new winglets added, but of course the dead space that was on the car, you can't put more than 2 struts on, and I can see the 2 struts. Is my mouse? It is lovely. I got a pointer. Look, the 2 struts there and there on either side of the wing as well. There's a little bit of a run up there as well for an aero vane, so that could be quite something as well. Can't see any differences on the FIA mounted wheel covers. New little aero slits down here. Looks normal to me. Let's take another look. Ah, here we go. This is the one I wanted to see, the top down view. Now look at how different that is with the floor. Did they have that last year? Let's take a look, shall we? 2022 Alfa Romeo car. Let's just have a look, shall we? Because I don't think they did have that last year. This isn't going to load, is it? We're going to be sat here for a while. Oh no, it has loaded. Images. See, I want to know if they've changed that car as much as they have. It's very hard to tell on this angle as well. Let's take a look. Well, where is it last year? We need a top-down view. That's what I need. I suppose this one might show it. Let's take a look. Did they open image in new tab? Because I know how to do that. This is last year's car we're looking at now. Just to see if they had... No, they didn't. Look at the floor. Look. The floor, it was a solid piece. So that is brand new. And I think that looks quite stunning, doesn't it? So they're trying to take more air underneath the car as well. Interesting. So look, brand new aero slits on the engine cover. That's what Mercedes had last year, and Williams had them at the launch on the engine cover as well. Basically, what I think we're going to a side podless era coming soon. Mercedes did it last year. Now everyone's trying to have a look and reverse engineer the narrative of it. And I think that could be quite interesting. Nice little slit to the bottom, so the floor is completely different. Wing is a bit different at the rear of the car, as we heard them saying. Look, the monkey wing is a bit different as well. Brand new aero slits on the front of the car, on the side pods. That looks quite a good car from the top. That floor looks like you've got a pair of scissors. It's smoking. Look at the bottom there as well. Let's take a look at another angle. This is from the back angle now. So you can see where the air sort of takes in as well underneath the car. New rear diffuser as well. I know that we're going to see that though, because they don't want other teams having a look at it. So it's always a fake digital advert. Let's take a look at... Do we get a back? No, we get a front shot. I mean, look at that. It is a weight-saving livery. Now, the cars have dropped 2 kilograms. The maximum weight now is 795 kilograms. Last year, it was 797, 98. So they have dropped 2 kilograms as well. So they are lighter. Teams couldn't really make the weight last year either. They all struggled with it. So we've got a weight-saving livery where part of the tub is carbon black, and then they've painted the rest of it, where the car's naturally going to be the heaviest. But that is definitely a weight-saving livery as well. Have I opened the video? I have. I've opened the video. I was wondering what I was doing there. Sorry if I'm crashing. I opened the video by mistake. But, okay. That is it. That is the Alfa Romeo car. And it does look interesting. New little winglets there, actually, in the front there. I didn't notice that looked great. Just like they've elevated the front wing slightly. That was quite good. I think it does look beautiful. But the biggest surprise, for sure, is the wings on the side of the floor. Look, the little grates in it as well. That looks fantastic. Weight-saving livery. They're trying to make it as light as possible. It does look stunning, but I've just got the feeling it's going to be one of those cars that on a very dark day in a wet race we're going to struggle with. And with the front, it does look a bit like a Ferrari. So we're going to be on the top of our game commentating on that one. But what's happened here? We're on a wrong screen. There we are. I was going to say, what happened there? We were on a wrong screen for a second. Oh, well, glitches always happen. We haven't actually set up this year's stream yet, so that's probably why we're glitching a little bit. But what a look! That car looks exciting. It looks dynamic. It is a bit of a weight saver, but time will tell if it's quick. They're doing a shakedown at the end of the weekend. That'll be in Barcelona. But we've got plenty of more launches to come in 2023 before testing in a few weeks' time. F1 launches, let's have a look at where the next one is. I believe we've Haas's videos coming soon as well. That's just a livery look, so that's only going to be uploaded quickly. So unfortunately, can't do much there. So we've done one, we've got the other. So where's the next one we're going to have as well, if we actually find it? Because can't find out where we are next. We are live, by the way, for the pre-season testing. All 3 days live. Alpha Tauri, Saturday the February 11th as well, is their livery launch as well. So that is going to be hopefully shown live. But also this weekend we've got the Formula E race in Hyderabad, so join us for that. So there we go, launch done, another one ticked. That's Haas, Red Bull, Williams and Alfa Romeo. 4 launched already, 6 more to go. Thanks for your company. See you later. Bye now.